Hi, you guys. I just posted the full moon horoscope over Trump Tower, Manhattan, New York. It is not a good horoscope. I was wondering about the tarot cards when I would throw them. These are just the astrology cards that I'm laying out around the horoscope. And one thing I was kind of like, eek, about was that when we have such damaging, awful, terrible, horrible, strained horoscopes with Donald Trump, he lashes out and acts out. So these are like the perfect conditions for him to try to provoke something implicitly, like, maybe getting someone to provoke a mass event, or maybe a destruction or environmental problem, okay? Because that is all over this horoscope. Oh, let me tell you just one more asteroid before I show you this thing. I didn't get to tell this in the last video. At 7 degrees Scorpio, we have asteroid Trumper for Donald Trump. We also have Coke. And this asteroid Pygarchus, I've had my eye on because this is the species of the bird that inspired the making of the Harrier jet. It's the Harrier jet, it's the bird of prey. This is an attack aircraft. So it's almost like when I realized that, I felt like something was looming and hovering over him, going to attack it. Or we've got the asteroid Russia here. We have a solar eclipse point. He might, though, want to act out. Okay? Things are really bad for Trump Tower at this full moon. And so I laid out these astrology cards as I normally do so that they can give us a sense of the movement and how all of these planets and things are interacting during the course of the week. I did not like this. I did not like this at all. I could just tell it was coming. So what's energizing this chart, fueling life, Donald's decisions this week? First, we have the solar eclipse revolution. This card represents China and activating something, like a war in Ukraine or something like that. This is a really big action card involving China. The other card on the ascendant, this Neptune sacrifice card. I don't like this card. This card usually we see with, deaths. When this was prominently over Washington, D.C., we had the death of RBG, and then 2 months prior to that, that was George Floyd. This is what's energizing him. So this is a sacrifice, a death within his innermost circles. Usually there are deaths associated with this. Sometimes, you might see, like a building collapse. I don't like this. This is what's energizing him. He needs some help from China. And this card, the 11th house of friends and networks. China had this card up here. It had like dominion over all the networks, and it's like all the crimes I explained last night filtered through this. So now Donald has it. He's using the power of all those networks I think they set up last week. And then Capricorn I use. This has to do with government resources, people in the government. Okay? I don't like this at all. So that's what's giving energy to the chart. What gives him his vitality, him as a person, his body, he's on total full sensing mode. When they get on full sensing mode, they're like testing the waters, seeing which way the wind is blowing, because they're making some decisions, and usually it's to trigger or provoke something. His secret, Aries, I am. Usually, I'm going to attack you. That's what that is. I'm going to go out and send out, Patriot Front. The hidden enemy, though, Sagittarius, I see, this is the law. This is justice. In his area of networks, he has the truth is coming out about his networks. What is crowning him in the skies? Like I said, there's going to be a lot of pain. There's going to be a lot of effort going on. Third house messages, reversed, meaning we're going to find out more about secrets and messages and things that were held confidential that we didn't know before. And if we go down to this third house, that's P-Boys. We have third house, this card. Oh, here we go. Seventh house partners. Something is coming out with messages that he has with his partners about the seventh house, provoking what? I just talked all about this in the last video. We have Pisces or the 12th house escape. This is the big secret. This is the big secret that is coming out. His opposition is like, this is a secret. It is getting spilled out. He's pissed. He does not want this to happen. So I think what's going to happen, the 12th house, I'm going to act out, but my problem is the law. Okay? So whatever he's acting out, there's some clues that China is involved here, like here, here. Sagittarius, I see. Well, that owns this piece of real estate here, and this also is lands far away. So if he needs China to do something for him, oh, look at that. Juno and Nessus, 16 degrees Pisces. This is your abuser. This is like your partnership with your abuser to abuse. A-hole. Total a-hole. We have up here, oh, this a-hole. The fire element desire card. To me, this says he has China doing some dirty work for him because China's always undercover. Their cards are always reversed. This whole war in Ukraine, I swear to God, China is sponsoring it. They are in charge of so much behind the scenes, and they are activated through this fire element desire. Yeah, I'm going to do this for you. Don't look. Okay? And I think it has something to do with the military, the government, or public servants, because he's got the Yod card here, this area, the 6th house of day-to-day activities. So it's like this Yod is pointing outward. There's something very consequential. I mean, it might be pressure that he's putting on Republicans. Watch for how their attitudes shake out with this. I also find it interesting then the 5th house of the sun, who he is, his leadership, is looking here to the 6th house to make something happen with this Yod. This is the Yod, this triangle is very fated. It's anoretic, you know, often prominent in death charts or accidents and disasters. And this is what he's trying to protect, the sun. There's a secret that is coming out. The sun, it could be with China. He's had this reversed. There's something they don't want to come out. And look at, we have Trumper, Coke, and the bird of prey right there. Either we're hovering over it and going to attack, or he is going to act